look at what's happening on the local market with Stan Shamu from IG in Melbourne. Stan, thanks so much for your time. Let's start with this deluge of results. Have you had a chance to have a look at any of them yet, Stan?
Yeah, I've had a look at a couple of results so far. Of course, I think Amcor and Bluescope have been the first ones to deliver their results. Amcor came in pretty strongly with their profit up around 5.7% to that $322 million mark. As far as I can see, it seems most analysts were expecting around that $302 to $305 million mark. So it did come in quite well. As well, the dividend came in much better than what most analysts were expecting. I think about 1.5 cents better than what most analysts were expecting. So that should be well supported heading into today's session. Of course, it's always been one of the more stable stocks in the market over the past few months. It's just held at those high levels, and it's never really come off, to be honest. Its business is fairly defensive. Of course, a lot of analysts were eyeing some of their performance in America and Europe just because of those subdued economic conditions, but they have continued to grow earnings. I think they were up about 17.5% or so. Some analysts were expecting it to be up around 11% or 14% or something of the sort. So it really does seem like they've come in quite well. They expect to continue improving the business heading into the second half as well. So that will bode well for its shares going into today's session. At the same time, Bluescope, of course, they had a narrower loss this time round of about $12 million, and they're really making a lot of effort to cut down on that loss-making exports business. So it seems like they're on the right path. Of course, they're coming off a very low base, so it's not that hard to really come in a bit better than expected. But I think investors will share the results, and so far I think companies have done very well compared to where we were this time last year.
Yeah, it seems like it. Stan, let's talk about the open today. SPI futures up 13 points at this stage. Looks like we're not headed for too much movement at the open, though. We didn't see much in terms of commodity prices, and what we did see seemed mostly lower.
Yeah, we're actually calling the market down just about 4 points to around that 50-30 level. So there's nothing much in it at all. Of course, we've got China coming back online after that week-long Lunar New Year holiday or celebration, I suppose. And that might bring some volume back into the market. But we also have a big dividend coming out today, I think around 18 points out of the market. So that will be probably the main issue going into today's session. We've got the likes of Commonwealth Bank, or the Telstra, all the heavyweights going ex-dividend today. So fortunately, in our opening call, we've already incorporated this. So either way, it's only a 4-point drop at the open. So we will have to wait and see how the market trades. Of course, it's always hard to get a very accurate read on Monday mornings when US futures are still closed. But at the moment, it seems that some of the risk currencies have had a fairly subdued start to the week. So sentiment might be a little bit damp heading into the session, but we might well see it pick up as China and Japan come online and help feed some strength into the market.
Okay, plenty to keep an eye out for. Stan, thanks so much.
Cheers, Kate.
Okay, well, Lend Lease is expected to deliver a positive first